Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Watkins Glen International for the G-Tech Cleaning Solutions 50. We're here with the All-American Racing League's Truckers Feed America Cup Series, brought to you by Topsail Trucking. For ESBN, I'm Cliff alongside Damon Lester up in the booth. 8 turns tonight, 50 laps. Damon, will a road course ringer knock Mcquade off his podium tonight? Or will Zorku
Yeah,
finish top 5? What do we think?
so I'm gonna say I believe Zorku's he ran some pretty consistent laps in practice. I'm gonna say he gets close to a top five. Not sure about top five. I do think McQuaid will most probably get knocked off of his win streak tonight. Um, but it's a road course. Anything can happen, and just excited to see these guys. We've had some exciting races so far this season. Really looking forward to see what a little bit smaller field tonight, but looking forward to see what these guys have in store for us tonight.
Absolutely. You're not wrong. A little bit smaller of a field than we're used to, that being a road course. Not everybody's cup of tea and can be a handful. But we do have 18 drivers here registered for the race. So we're going to have a decent field. We'll see who can hang on to this wild card here in the fourth race of the season here. We'll go into a break next week. But who's going to come out on top of the points and who can, well, be honest, with McQuade's dominance winning the first 3 races, I'm not sure if anyone can knock him off the top of the points here, but they sure will try. But we'll go into a break next week, and then another straight 4 races. We'll see how the top 5, kind of plays out here after this first wild card in the season. Watkins Glen being a 2.42 road course here. We got 8 turns today. About 65 degrees, 20% humidity, clear skies, nothing for winds here. Track temperature is going to be up in the 110 range. So a little bit of a slick track out there tonight. I think these cars are going to do rather well here, though, at this road course compared to an oval and some of the stuff we've seen. Damon, you called the race, I believe, last week at Watkins Glen here. How'd that go out with the next gen cars here?
Yeah. The cars really tend to, really like this type of racetrack, especially with the way these new cars are built, the wider tires. They're still on that razor's edge, though. If you get on the gas just a little bit too early coming through these turns, very similar to an oval, you want to have that car pointed straight before you get in the gas. You're going to see a lot of guys feathering the throttle through the carousel tonight. Also to the bus stop and the chicane on the backstretch. A lot of excitement there the other night. Um, most likely we'll probably get stretched out a little bit, but I think we'll still have some good racing throughout the pack. So really looking forward to that. It's going to be a different animal tonight from what we've seen in the past here at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, looking at the times and the qualifying, they start to finish up here. It's pretty close, right in the middle. We're gonna have a lot of action we're gonna have a lot of action all over this track. So stay tuned the whole time. There's gonna be no cautions here at a road course, so you don't want to go anywhere to miss anything. But I think mid pack is where a lot of the action's really gonna come into play, and where we're gonna probably keep our eyes most of the night. We'll keep our eyes on the excitement all over the place, but you probably won't see many wrecks. Possibly a few off tracks. But enough said. Let's get our qualifying results up on the screen. Show our grid here, and we'll run through it as they grid up. Lois Clark, the quote-unquote road course ringer here. I don't want to kind of call him that, but he's got the fastest time out here. Seems to be dominant so far. We'll see if he can hang on to that first position to the end here after 50 laps. Lilith Peters going to start on the outside of him in row 1. David Lorfano up there in the top of the charts for practice times and also qualifying here in 3rd. Cameron Harris going to start outside him in 4th. Going to have Travis Juggles Rodriguez starting 5th here, with David Harris starting 6th. Peter Terrio is going to start 7th. Patrick Mcquade there in the 77, winning 3 races so far this season. The only 3 races so far this season. Going to start 8th tonight and try to make his way towards the front. Fan favorite Jeremy Zorku's going to roll off ninth. Pretty good time here, top 10. Great place to start. See if he can make his way towards the front. Kyle Martin here will round out our top 10 in the 99 Chevy.
In 11. Oh, well, go ahead, sir.
Oh, go ahead. You can take the next 10.
Yep. In 11th, we have Larry Garnes in the 20 machine. Starting 12th tonight, we have Charles Dickey in the 37. Joshua Hetrick coming in 13th in the 25 machine. And then we have some cars who didn't take laps. We have Jonathan May in 14th. Nathan Christensen coming in 15th. Robbie Fletcher 16th. Tyrone Yo starting 17th. And Jim Hubble rounds out the field in 18th tonight.
Some of these guys not taking time on qualifying makes me believe that they're just here to kind of ride around and get points for this event and try to stay out of trouble. I think for the most part, the night tonight is going to be stay out of trouble. I'll scroll through our grid there as I didn't show you everybody in the race. I apologize for that. You'll see the second half of the field there. As they stay stacked up 2 by 2, will go green when they get to the line this next time by 50 laps here. Watkins Glen, 8 turns. Guys got 6 sets of tires tonight. I don't think tires will be much of an issue. Probably see a couple of pit stops with a 70% fuel load. And it's going to be interesting. These guys put a lot of practice into running this league, and they're going to show you what they've got for this road course here today at Watkins Glen, upstate New York. Beautiful day out there. Hope it's a beautiful day where you are, or maybe it's nighttime where it is, or like it is where I am. Lois Clark, Lilith Peters will take us to the green. Go ahead.
As I say, we're coming around the track. The lights are off on top of that pace truck. These guys are already, they're out there for the first time in a big pack. I'm looking forward to see what happens going down into turn 1. Wheel hopping still going to come into play with these cars. So probably the most action we'll see will be going into turn 1 after we get the green flag.
Absolutely. This race is the G-Tech Cleaning Solutions 50, brought to you by G-Tech High-Powered Cleaner and Greaser, an evolutionary cleaning formula approved by the EPA for their Safer Choice program. Suitable for the toughest industrial environments, it's safe enough for day-to-day applications. So they're happy to bring us this race here today. They also usually do the pole position award, which would go to Lewis Clark in this particular instance as the green flag flies, and we are underway here. The G-Tech Cleaning Solutions 50 at Watkins Glen.
Lewis Clark got a great jump on that start, and everybody's already 2 and 3 wide behind him as we go up down into the S's here.
Absolutely. Lois Clark getting a decent start there and already putting about a half-second gap on the field. Oh, unfortunately for the Zorku fans, looks like Zorku's already had some trouble. Let's take a look at what went down. Early trouble for the 11, getting loose on those cold tires, catching some of that grass. He's going to have a wild wreck there that defies physics, so that's not fair, but fortunate for the 11. He actually lands on his roof and has to tow out of there. That's the worst case scenario right there.
Yeah, that's one of the unfortunate things when you're going through the S's. That outside wall sort of likes to reach out and grab you. So nothing really he could do there. That's just one thing about this track, unfortunately, that will happen. So hopefully he'll get back on the track and still get some laps in tonight. And I hate to see that for those Zorku fans. They were out there. They're already out here strong on the YouTube. So
the 27 gets shoved out of the way there. Sorry to cut you off there. You're right about the Zorku fans. Unfortunate for the 11. Hopefully he can stay in it and still has something for some of these guys. It's early enough here, I think, where we could have some other drivers getting into trouble and he could catch a few more spots. But for the most part, his night's going to be just about over. And he'll just ride around here and hopefully stay out of any more trouble. Hopefully the Zorku fans don't bail on us and we don't drop you know, the 13 of 17 viewers we get out there, we thank you for watching. If you're not Zorku fans, let us know who you're out there cheering for. And also be sure to like and subscribe to our page and hit that bell notification if you want to get a ping every time we go live. We've got racing going on just about all week long right here on the ESBN network.
So Lewis Clark's already jumped out to about a 3.5 second lead, it looks like. David Lorfano still can see him in that front windshield. He's trying to keep pace with him, but I think the key tonight for these guys who run the full season is just to lay down some consistent laps and keep the car clean. That's really going to pay off in the end here at the Glen. So, you know, we've got some folks that may have missed last week. This could really help them. We got Lilith Peters running second right now. And looks like that 16 machine is running pretty strong up there. You know, I'm sorry, apologize, in third. And we got a little bit of action here. We got the 26 of Peter Terrio is catching Travis Rodriguez. A little action there. So there's action all around the track, and you know, really enjoying the race so far.
71 of Robbie Fletcher having to lock him up there and missed the turn just a bit. That's going to drop him down there to 17th now. But up front, we still got Lois Clark, like you were just talking about. You know, we won't have a lot of, you're not going to see a lot of traditional wrecks like you would see on an oval with real close racing, but you will see a lot of off tracks. You know, some of these drivers getting into trouble, trying to save it, sliding off track, locking up the brakes, all this stuff that comes along with racing on a road course. It's just a whole different animal. But for the most part, you're going to see a lot of these drivers just keeping it on track and doing a decent job at running laps here. And that's all you really need to do. You're not going to be, or I shouldn't say that's all you really need to do. If you want to be competitive, you really got to be good at road course racing and get up there towards the front. But if you're a guy like me who doesn't usually come to road courses in a stock car, you're just holding on and hoping for a great finish or even a decent finish. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night. And keeping the 4 tires on the pavement is really the easiest way to just get a decent finish here. Like Zorku having some more trouble.
Oh, goodness.
Looks like he had some help or was at least involved with another car. Not exactly sure which car it was. Let's take another look if we could. Well, the 20 car here, Larry Garnes.
Yeah, it looks like Larry Garnes had already had some issues coming down the backstretch into the bus stop area, and he was slow and cut across the track. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he cut across the track and Zorku got a piece of him. And there's some other cars here have some damage as well all throughout the field already, which is kind of typical. You know, these guys are used, most of them are, you know, they love the oval racing, and the road courses are sort of, you know, not really an anomaly, but you know, they're not as frequent. We only have, well, we used to have 2 a year. You know, now we're up to 5 or 6. So lots of cars coming down pit road now and getting some damage repaired. Hate to see that for the Zorku crowd that's out there having trouble again.
Orfano's going to peel off here. Might have got a bit of damage on that, or he's trying to look at his first pit window here. Unfortunately for the 11 Zorku fans out there, they get into trouble there with Larry Garnes. You're right, the 20 was getting out of the way and caught that grass and really shot him across the track. But let's go ahead and take a look at where things are as we sit, as we come to, you know, we're coming to about 10 laps in. Lois Clark is out here with a 11 second gap here over Lilith Peters, who's holding on strong to second place. But then you've got Travis Juggles Rodriguez right behind them, fighting for or trying to hold off Terrio, who will take third away from him. As they'll fight back and forth there. Cameron Harrison, the 27, holding on to 5th place right now. In the 77, Patrick Mcquade has got 6th. Got a decent run going, just hanging in there. David Harris behind him in 7th. That 15 Chevy. You got Johnny May holding on to 8th as Kyle Martin is going to have some trouble out on the racetrack. Joshua Hetrick will roll 9th. Nathan Christensen is gonna hold on to the 10th position. That'll be our top 10. Let's take a look at what's going on out there with Kyle Martin and Johnny May. The 99 is gonna catch it and try to correct. He's able to stay out of a lot of trouble. He's already got his hood missing there. So already having some trouble earlier. Here's Johnny May. 69 Chevy. He's going to catch the blue tire barrier there. Also going to lose his hood. Common theme here tonight. Some cars already missing their hoods. Could be a potential problem with their mechanisms or something. I know there was some issues with these cars and small parts and pieces. Maybe the hinges on the hoods just aren't as strong as they should be.
Yeah, there's already talk of being a part shortage in the real world Cup Series. We may have a part shortage after this race tonight. But we've got there's guys are starting to settle in. Does look like Lewis Clark is already out to a 12.4 second lead as of this past lap. You had the 79 and 26 sort of swapping positions there a lap ago. Peter Terrio took the position from Rodriguez, and Rodriguez got him back. So that there seems to be some pretty good action there between the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place cars.
And Kyle Martin having some more trouble. He's gonna just run around here as the leader here is gonna catch him pretty soon. And with Clark's speed, it's actually gonna be real soon.
Yeah, Lewis Clark is eating up the tire tracks of the 99. I'm sure he'll want to get around that car as quickly and safely as possible, knowing that car's already had some trouble tonight.
Yes. Real good opportunity to get it done right there. He gets it done before the bus stop. He'll take it through the carousel. Went ahead and threw up the track map here. As cars start to get spread out, you can kind of see where your driver sits on track in comparison to the leaders.
One thing I noticed different about the 73 car than some of the other drivers, he's got that road course experience, of course, but he carries so much speed through the S's and down into that bus stop. Most drivers are getting on the brakes pretty heavy, but Clark is really getting through there with minimal braking and able to carry all that speed down that backstretch into the bus stop and then through the carousel and shoot off coming back to the front stretch. Now, that really seems to be his strong point tonight. And he's good all over the track, but he's just really looking strong tonight in that 73 Project Dynamic Toyota Camry.
Lap 10 underway of 50 here tonight. Lewis Clark leading the way just about the entire race. I think Lilith Peters might have got a nose up in front of him on the first lap, but that was it. He set sail from there. Got about a 15-second gap now over the field. The second place coming through the carousel right there. The battle really for second through fourth is right here. Oh, as the 79 Rodriguez gets a little loose there, he's going to lose that momentum. Peters is going to pull away.
Yeah, here comes Peter Terrio to jump on that mistake. That's where you're going to make your passes tonight. That driver in front of you makes one mistake, and those positions behind them are going to be right there to jump on those. And you see Cameron Harris going wide coming through that turn 7.
Yeah, second, third, and fourth are all right there. You could throw a blanket over them. And you got Cameron Harris here trying to make up some ground. And then another good gap back to Patrick Mcquade. So that battle right now was really second, third, and fourth. It looks like Peters is going to get that sorted out.
79 gets a little loose coming through turn 1, and Peter Terrio is right there to jump on him and take that position away as he jumps into the third position behind Lilith Peters. At 26, he seems to be also pretty strong tonight. He's running some consistent laps. He's not making mistakes. That's going to be the key tonight is keeping that car on track, keeping those fenders clean, and one mistake. I know Lewis Clark's running away with it, but if he makes one mistake, Will hops into turn 1 or anything when the tires get old or on fresh tires, that's usually when you see the drivers make mistakes. They've been racing out there for several laps, and then they go in and green flag pit stop, and they get that fresh rubber, and they've been on those old tires. They have to readjust in their mind where their braking points need to be. And that's where you're going to see these drivers make the mistakes as the 27 goes around in turn 7 again.
Ooh, Cameron Harris. Kyle Martin also in trouble before him. But you're saying, with talking about Peter Terrio and the mistakes, he's capitalizing on every mistake he sees, which has gained him 4 positions so far. That and some hard racing and passing on track. And that, you're right, that's how it's going to get done, and he's showing us that he can handle that. Second to him, our biggest movers are Tyrone Yo Jr. back here up 5 spots where he started, with Hubble right behind him, tying that top, or tying for 5 spots, jumped up. Nathan Christensen, however, is our current fastest or hardest charger of the race, up 6 spots now as he gets past from where he started. But Terrio's been the solid one out there, passing cars up front and capitalizing on some of the troubles he's seen out of the front of his windshield. So that's going to be key, like you said, that and keeping your nose clean and keeping all 4 tires on the track.
And I was looking back on a race that we had Friday night. David Lofano was in that race, so he's already got some experience in this car on the track, and he made that call early on to make that stop and get out of sequence a little bit. That could play an important role in tonight's race, is getting out of sequence a little bit, because he's out there sort of in an island on his own. He's got a lot of room behind him and in front of him, so he doesn't have to worry about cars making mistakes or anything like that. As long as he just runs some clean laps, because these other guys still have to pit. He doesn't. He's already gone in, topped off with fuel. That'll extend him a little bit and could play a big factor in the ending of tonight's race.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is still early, but we're seeing things kind of spread out. Guys can really kind of take a breath out here and really start to just race the track, which is going to help with their times. You get faster when you have to stop worrying about the cars on the sides of you and up in front of you and passing guys. And you can really just start to race the track and feel your groove, and you'll get faster because of that. You can actually gain some time up on the racetrack.
So already Lewis Clark has lapped up to the 10th place car of Joshua Hetrick, and he is catching now the 09 of Nathan Christensen and putting him a lap down coming through the carousel.
Put that 09 Toyota down 1 lap. Unfortunately, no lucky dogs here tonight. You won't see any wave arounds or anything like that. We won't even see the yellow flag. We had a glitch up there in our ticker that did show the yellow. That was my fault. That is not an actual caution flag tonight. You won't see that fly here. We'll go straight through. Generally on a road course, you'd get some local cautions if you needed it, but no full course cautions here. It's just unnecessary with enough track to kind of get out of trouble when you do get into trouble when you get into trouble. That makes tons of sense. Get out of the way, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Well,
When you do get into trouble, so no
but
full
but
course cautions needed.
you have plenty of room to get yourself out of trouble too. So if you're in trouble, you want to make sure you get yourself out of trouble so another car doesn't hit you. So,
Yeah.
what you said made sense, sort of.
But Kyle Martin have a heck of a time right now. The 99 machine off track and on track, off again a few times here. Looking a little bit like I usually do out here running on a road course. I'm usually all over the place, but hanging in there for the entire race is really the way you get a win for your team here tonight. Is just to show up and put some points on the books, and that's always better than coming out or not coming out and not getting any points. As frustrating as it may be to be out here in a stock car running a road course, these cars weren't really designed to run on a road course. Although, with the new design, I'm sure it's a lot more friendly out here than the older generation stock cars that we were used to running on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything's new this year. I mean, every track that these guys go to, they're having to relearn what they've been doing for the last 4 years or so, and the older cars. Now, I do want to point out that our point leader, 77 of Patrick Mcquade, he's up to fifth. He is in the top 5 now. So, 3 wins, 2 poles this season, having a great season. The 77 ride is. And he's already got that car up in the top 5, and he is some behind the leader, but he's having a good consistent run. That's really what he wants to focus on tonight, is coming out of this race clean and being able to add on to that points lead.
Absolutely. Top 5 out here at the Glen to some of these guys can be considered a win. If you can finish in the top 5, that's really going to help his points. I honestly don't think anyone could knock him out of first if he does finish 5th or better. I haven't done the math on that, but I'm sure that he's got a pretty good buffer here.
Yeah, he does.
Is that 20 machine of Larry Garnes back out on track. I'm getting into trouble earlier. He's back rolling, got a clean car. Los Clark will meet up with the 15. It looks like David Hara, put him a lap down. Hara will let him get by pretty easily. Jeremy Zorku Flanagan back out on track. Good amount of damage on this car. He's gonna get some data for his team. He's gonna come out and run some laps. Get a little just get some seat time out here in this track and learn some things. So all is not lost for that 11 team.
Any laps these guys can get on these tracks, will just help them for the future, especially with this new car. Any lap time, any track time at all. So, I mean, and as we see there, it looks like the 79 of Travis Rodriguez has caught up to the 16 right behind Zorku. We've got a battle for second place.
Peters and Rodriguez are nose to tail here, second and third.
Really impressed with the run of that 16 Camaro tonight. Lilith has really got that car running smoothly. She, not making any mistakes. And out there just, putting laps down, keeping the car clean, not making mistakes. You do that here at the Glen with the way the things are going, you're almost guaranteed a top 5. So, great run for Lilith tonight in that 16 Camaro.
Absolutely. There is a 25-second gap to the leaders, so you don't really need to worry about trying to push it and
No,
try to catch
absolutely.
up. So you're gonna just stay calm, run your laps, run your race. Hopefully keep Rodriguez behind you there. And I'll be honest, I lost my complete train of thought of where I was going with that. But she's doing a heck of a job out here. She's putting a lot of practice time. I know that for a fact. And I don't think anyone out here is going to catch Clark. So second place ain't so bad here.
Oh, I mean, it's a good, solid top 2 finish. And I just want to point out, Jeremy Flanagan's had some good strong runs this season. He's had a couple of, some top 10 finishes. And the sportsmanship he showed, by pulling out of the way and letting these front runners go. I mean, he's out there just getting time, but still, it's not easy to do that. And I noticed a lot of that in this league. A lot of sportsmanship and these guys giving room to the leaders. So, that's good to see. That's how you earn respect, and that really shows these folks, if they're having a bad day, they'll remember that, and they'll help him in the future if he's having a better day. So that really helps going forward in the season. So that's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of showmanship and a lot of respect in this league. We've seen it so far in the first three races. We've had a lot of very clean racing, and it's been exciting to bring you guys, the coverage. And I'm excited to get through the break next week. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to show you next Tuesday from the All American Racing League. Topsail Truckers Feed America Cup Series. They'll be off next week, but we'll come back and we'll have some fun when we do come back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this battle was second, third, and fourth between the 16, 79, and 26. There's been some great racing. I mean, they swap positions back and forth. The 79 and 26 have not been able to get around that 16 yet. But definitely has been some really good racing. Now they're just separated by about 8/10 of a second now, it looks like. So it's been really exciting to watch these 3 race. So should have some pit stops coming up soon. We're at lap 21, almost halfway through this race. And don't look now, but that 73 of Lewis Clark is catching up to David Lorfano in the 8. David Lorfano is in 7th position, and just shows you the pace that Lewis Clark is putting down tonight. He's keeping that car clean, but he's got a good rhythm, and he's really putting down some blistering laps. I'm looking at his laps that he's running now are faster than some of the top 10 qualifiers tonight. Just amazing the pace that he is keeping tonight, and still keeping that car in one piece.
Yeah, not a lot of mistakes. You're gonna have to almost pray that he makes a mistake if you're Lilith Peters to even think about possibly getting a win, because he's solid on racetrack. It's blistering speed. He could really only beat himself at this point when it comes to Lewis Clark. So we'll see. Sometimes you get some driver fatigue in there and you make a mistake you didn't want to or didn't mean to do, and I don't expect that, but we will see.
I mean, he's going to eventually start catching these cars that are a little bit faster. So that could impede his progress a little bit. We'll just have to see how that comes about. Tell you what, this race for second, third, and fourth has just been amazing tonight. They'll spread out a little bit, then in a couple of laps they get right back on top of each other. Just 6 tenths between them right now, probably less than that now, maybe 3 tenths. Oh, Lilith Peters gets off track coming out of the bus stop. Still hanging on to second, but that puts Peter Terrio right on the bumper of the 16.
Leader is pitting in here. We're going to keep our eyes right here in this action on a racetrack. But Lois Clark has peeled off in that 73 Toyota. Get his scheduled stop in. Joshua Hetrick as well in the 25 Toyota. Oh, the 37 is going to get to that outside wall. That's Charlie Dickey there. Possibly trying to get woed down for pit road, or maybe not, and just happened at the right time and was able to pull in. But he'll get into the pits. Get some of that damage fixed up that he just gathered. We talked about the 25 of Joshua Hetrick. He's back out on track. Rodriguez as well. Pulling off a fourth place here. Get his pit stops done. So that'll give Lilith Peters currently the lead. Get some bonus points there for leading a lap.
Hasn't gotten credit for leading that lap yet because Lewis Clark had that number one pit stall. But the 16 should get credit if the 16 can keep the 26. Well, here comes the 26 looking inside the 16. Coming out of the carousel.
The 26 not going to make it easy. As Terrio looking.
Not.
They both want to get a bonus.
And those are team cars. So Peter Terrio makes the pass coming out of 8. And Terrio will pit. Lilith Peters will get credit for leading this lap after all of that.
Oh, very happy for that. Yeah, Terrio pulls off. Those are team cars. You love to see that battle between teammates, and the strength there that they have to be able to battle that hard. It really makes each other better. Lilith Peters here will still run out here in the lead. Currently scored our leader. We'll have to pit. Lois Clark pitted on lap 23. We're running lap 26 right now. We'll see how far she can stretch it. Patrick Mcquade is going to get his services done. Meanwhile, Charlie Dickey in that 37 still on pit road. Kyle Martin in the 99 will take it in. Looks like this 16. Oh yeah, I thought to get it woed down there, almost missing pit entry. Well, not quite almost missing, but definitely had to get that car woed down to get it in there safely. But Lilith Peters will take that 16 car down pit road. And we'll give the lead back to the 73 of Lois Clark. Or Lois. I have to figure out exactly how to say his name after the race. Probably Louis. Or it could be Louis. Louis. He's going to hate
me. The 79, I'm not sure if he was running just was running behind the 73, but he made his pit stop, and the 73 is the leader again, and he is now catching the 79 of Travis Rodriguez. I'm not sure if the 79 had issues on pit road or what may have happened there, but
Yeah, it actually does look like he had trouble on pit lane. His pit lane time is 1 minute and 30 seconds. So either getting some damage fixed up or possibly pulled through the box, had to back up, could have slid through it. There's been a number of errors, but definitely spent more time on pit road than he wanted to.
and you can see what that's done. You've got the leader now. He's right on his rear end.
Cameron Harris now extending his pit time. He's been in there for a couple minutes now as well. We'll keep our eyes, we've got 24 laps to go. We'll keep our eyes on the excitement, but we're going to go side by side here and take a quick break. We'll step aside, and we will be back in just a moment. Soon. Back live at the racetrack, 23 laps to go here. DTech Cleaning Solutions 50 on Esports Broadcasting Network. We're glad to have you. Big shout out to Chad Snyder, giving me the heads up. It is pronounced Louis. So Louis Clark, that 73 dominant here today. Hoping to not make any mistakes and bring home the checkered flag and the trophy for the fourth race here on the season for the All-American Racing League's Topsail Trucking Truckers Feed America Cup Series.
At 73, he is right back where he left off after pitting. He's picking them up, putting them down, running a blistering pace. It's an impressive run by Louis Clark tonight in that 73 Project Dynamic Camry.
He's got a 33-second gap over Peter Terrio, who's also out here running a great race in this 26 Chevy. He's up 5 spots from where he started and able to get out in front of Lilith Peters, who's also been dominant. Our top 3 cars here. The 16 of Lilith Peters up to 3rd, or I should say down 1 spot to 3rd, but able to hold off David Lorfano, who's sitting in 4th. Really thought Lorfano would be up in the top 3 here, putting in some good times during practice, but able to hold on to 4th. Top 5 not so shabby. The 15 here of David Harris up another spot to 5th. Able to have a pretty solid run so far. If he can hold on to it for 22 more laps. Travis Rodriguez shuffles back to 6th place, down 1 spot now in the 79 Toyota. Just about 9 seconds ahead of the 77 of Patrick Mcquade, holding on to 7th, looking for a solid finish after finishing first in the first 3 races of the season here for the Topsail Trucking Cup Series, or Truckers Feed America Cup Series, brought to you by Topsail Trucking. Cameron Harrison, the 27th, holding on to 8th place. Comes back out after an extended stay on pit lane, getting some damage fixed up, I would assume. Nathan Christensen in the 09 currently holding on to the 9th position, up 6 spots from where he started. Also are tied for our hard charger of the race. Joshua Hetrick's up 3 spots to 10th in this 25 Toyota. And Tyrone Yo Jr. is going to be up 6 spots and tie with Nathan for that top charger, hardest charger, whatever you want to call it. They're making moves out there on the racetrack. 99 of Kyle Martin's holding on to 12th spot. Seen him get into multiple issues out on the racetrack. Trying to finish this one out. Along here with Larry Garnes in the 20. Same situation. We've seen some issues for him on track as well. 51 of Jim Hubble will hold on to 14th place. No bumper, no front end, no problem. We're out here road course racing. Just wants to finish up here today. He's actually up 4 spots from where he started, so not too shabby in the grand scheme of things. Charlie Dickey in the 37 Chevy holding on to 15th place. Also one of those drivers that's seen a few good amounts of issues, we'll call them out on the racetrack. Robbie Fletcher's going to hold on to 16th place, just looking to hang on to that and get this one finished up. Dorku, our fan favorite out here, still running laps in the 11 machine despite the damage, getting used to this track, getting a few laps in. Real early trouble caused him to fall way back, and unfortunate for the 11, all the Zorku fans out there. But hats off to Jeremy for staying out here and finishing this one up. Gonna take home some points for his team. Johnny May in the 69, not so much. Taking it to the hauler, gonna call it a day for that team. And that'll take us through the field there. 17 drivers still running out here at the Watkins Glen with just under 20 laps to go. Stay tuned. We'll talk to our top drivers in the podium, our top 3. We'll get them in the booth and get a word from them.
We've got some more trouble in the S's here. Coming out of the S's, going down the backstretch, the 20. Larry Garnes has got into the wall again.
Take a look. Oh, he gets he has to avoid the 37 there, who's straight across the racetrack. Had nowhere to go there on that corner, very tight. I think that was Charlie Dickey, the 37. Actually crashed before him, got sideways a little bit there. Does a pretty good job at keeping it off the wall, but unfortunately the 20 has to try to squeeze through there and himself in the wall and just not gonna make it through. Unfortunate for both of those drivers.
I can't remember what if they get full fuel, or how much fuel they get. But just to point out, Louis Clark pitted about lap 22 or 23, which is a little bit shy of halfway. And I believe Lila Peters and Peter Terrio pitted right after halfway. So hopefully they can, he can make it all the way. But, these, the second place and third place cars may not have to pit the rest of the way. So,
well, they are actually running 70% fuel, so a little less than a full tank of fuel here, but it is getting close. He did hit on lap 23. We've seen some guys go almost 30 laps here on a tank, so 29 seems to be the limit that we've seen, but those are also some guys who aren't quite as fast as these front runners, so you're definitely burning some more fuel when you're in the gas more, so that's going to shorten things down a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised here if he can go 27 laps on a tank at least.
Oh, Lilith Peters off the track, coming down the backstretch out of the S's. Minimal damage. Also looks like the 26 has got a little bit of damage on that left front.
99 get into trouble also before though. Take a look at what happened to Peters. Gonna overshoot that corner there and come off the track into the grass. Actually gets right back out there, so I think she's gonna be all right.
I mean, didn't lose a lot of time. That was a nice piece of driving by Lilith right there, coming out of the S's.
Absolutely, that could have gone way worse than it did.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Keeping it straight. and out of trouble. Usually you touch that grass and you're turning sideways, whether you like it or not. And she put the whole car through there, and well done. Louis
Yeah, like
Clark.
I'm just amazed by Louis Clark tonight. Um, the laps that he's putting down. The guys, everybody else has shown him a lot of respect. They're getting, they're not holding him up, and just amazing at the pace that he's still running this far into this run. It's very impressive.
Yeah, Louis Clark, the 73 Toyota's got a 46-second gap ahead of Peter Terrio in that 26 car, running second place. Then you got Lilith Peters, just as far back. But they are still actually fighting here for second and third, as they have for just about the entire race. Peters coming through the grass there and able to keep speed and not lose sight of Peter Terrio. So I wouldn't put these two out just yet. I'm sure they're going to be fighting for it when it comes down to the last lap. This is going to be the race to watch.
Absolutely. And Lilith, Peter Terrio goes a little wide there in one, and Lilith takes back over the second spot.
Terrio's going to get out real wide there. That's going to open the door for Peters, capitalizing on a mistake, and that's what it's going to take. I think you said it. You said it best early on.
That's really going to give her some breathing room as well over the 26.
He'll drop back about 3 seconds now. He'll have to do some work to catch back up. No pressure from behind though. I think. Yeah, Rodriguez in fourth here is actually a good 40 seconds not off the pace, but behind second and third. So no pressure on the top three.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really impressed by Lilith Peters tonight. Don't believe she was with us last week, but she is running an excellent race tonight. She's keeping that car clean. She had that one little slide off the track coming down out of the S's, and kept the car clean even after that. Peter Terrio having some issues coming out of turn 7. I'm not sure if he got the wall there or not, but definitely having more issues with the 26.
I'm wondering if the track's getting warmer. Maybe it's getting a little slicker out there. Tires are starting to get old. He did pit last on lap 24. He's got almost 10 laps into the tires, so that, and maybe he's trying to overdrive it, or he was overdriving it a little bit, trying to make up some ground, get back up to Peters. But whatever the case may be, falling back just a little bit, now about 5 seconds back from second place. Going to go off track there a little bit. He's got to gather up that whatever's going on there. He's got to get in front of it and really just gather it back up, and cooler minds will prevail. Maybe he's a little frustrated with himself for going wide that last lap there, or last couple of laps ago, to let Peters get by. And that could definitely mentally mess you up. You gotta brush that off and get back out there, or just kind of shrug it off and start, get focused back in on racing the track.
26 is coming to pit road.
Here he comes. Yep.
That car looks a whole lot more narrow than it was a couple of laps ago. I think he got, I remember in the golden days of NASCAR, when they would hit the outside wall at Darlington or something like that, they would tell the drivers, "Oh, it's okay. You just narrowed it up. That just made it a little quicker."
They do have one. Sorry.
No, so say not going to happen with these next gen cars. You need everything that you can get. So hate to see that mishap there for Peter Terrio.
Let's see. These guys do have one fast repair. Let's see if he's got one left. Looks like he does. He'll get it fixed up and get back out there. That'll be it for pit stops for Peter Terrio in that 26 machine. And that should start to really call the rest of the field in, as we're coming down to just about, we're in 12 laps to go in a moment here. And this one is starting to wind down. You definitely want to get a clean stop in and done before it gets too late, and try to at least make up some ground on some fresh tires, maybe on the guy ahead of you. possibly get another position here before this one finishes up.
Yeah, absolutely. And not even sure if the 73 of Louis Clark's even going to pit again. He may not. He may not pit again, but um, we'll just have to see. What happens if that does pull more cars down. I'm sure some of the back markers, not really back markers, but the guys running a little further back in the field, if they come in and take some fresh tires to try to gain some time and catch that person in front of them that they maybe weren't catching before. So, but yeah, it's crazy seeing only 2 cars on the lead lap here at Watkins Glen tonight.
Yeah, it's a little different, that's for sure. I was taking a look here. Jim Hubble's got into some trouble there, getting out of the way. 51 machine, pretty banged up. You're absolutely right. 2 cars on the lead lap, really anywhere is amazing. Road course, it's indicative of not having any cautions. In a normal run, there were plenty of crashes out there. In an oval, we would have thrown the caution a bunch of times and got him bunched back up, and a guy back onto the lead lap with the lucky dog. So it's just a whole different dynamic. I don't know if it's really weird to see or just out of line or anything like that. It's just it's just the format that we've got is really what caused it. But Louis Clark on the lead lap, and then third place on back is not. But they're still out there running hard. So whether you're on the lead lap or not here, you're still third place. You still had a hard run here at Watkins Glen, a course that is not like any of the rest on the circuit, and really good day overall if you're going to finish third here, even if you're not on the lead lap.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you can finish, even if you need to use a faster pair, if you can finish with a clean car at the end of this race and finish in the top 5, I think you're having a great night. The pace that Louis Clark has set tonight has just been bewildering to me, and he's still running within a second of his fast time, so he's certainly in his own class here. But like I said, I'm impressed with that 16 and the run that she's having tonight. That definitely, this is a run that she'll look back at the end of the season and say, hey, this helped me get to this place. So this could be a turning point for her season, having this good run, give her some momentum as we go into the off week.
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Nathan Christensen. Gave us some tidbits of info. He's a numbers guy. He likes to play with numbers and messes with the stats and stuff for the league. And just real quick, Watkins Glen through the numbers. I wanted to get up a cool looking graphic for this, but I didn't have time as we got 10 to go. But number of drivers who have finished in the top 5 in all 3 races so far in 2022. 2.45 length of Watkins Glen Cup layout. 3 consecutive races won by Patrick Mcquade. 6 different drivers that have led laps in race 3. 7 the number of turns at Watkins Glen. 8 the number of bonus points maximum that can be won in any race, now won twice by Patrick Mcquade. 11 lead changes at Auto Club Speedway. 14 the number of positions gained by Robbie Fletcher, the biggest mover in race 3. 50 the number of laps in race 4 at Watkins Glen. And 601 the number of miles covered in the first 3 races of 2022 here for the Truckers Feed America Cup Series. So shout out to the Nathan Christensen for hooking us up with some fun facts. I'm going to do something more with this throughout the rest of the season if he keeps providing me with this data. Probably get a graphic up there that'll make it look a lot better instead of just me blabbering about the numbers. You guys can actually read along. But some pretty cool stuff coming from one of the drivers here in the series. So shout out to that. I appreciate that. Oh, as our leader, Louis Clark, almost finds a driver out there. I'm not exactly sure who that was, but someone was getting out of the way in a hurry and was able to.
Was that Cameron Harris, possibly? Yeah,
It may have been. I'm not sure.
I believe it was Cameron Harris there. But at this point, it's just as Louis Clark's having to put some laps in and pass some folks now. It's certainly putting a little dent in his speeds. He's running about. This last lap was a minute 1 minute 14 seconds. His fast lap of the race was a 1:12.233. That was on lap 3 of the race. So something else, looking at the way things run right now. We've got a little bit of a rookie battle out there with Nathan Christensen in the 09, Jeremy Flanagan in the 11, and Scott Leonard, who's not with us tonight. So tonight we'll definitely jumble up that Rookie of the Year standings as well.
That is another great point. The Rookie of the Year standings is something we haven't talked about much yet this year. They are keeping track of some of the newcomers here, and we'll dig into that as well as the season goes on. As when we come back from the break, we'll have some newer graphics and stuff up here to kind of throw some numbers at you guys who have been following along so far through the season and are going to follow throughout the season. We can watch some Rookie of the Year battles going on. We'll keep our eyes on the 77 of Patrick Mcquade to see how many races he'll win this season alone. And we'll also keep our eyes on Zorku, Peters, Terrio, Lorfano, some of these fast drivers who are consistent week in, week out. And we're going to bring you the racing action all season long, right through the championship. So stay with us, like, subscribe, hit that bell notifications here on ESBN. If you're enjoying the show. You got a lot more to come. Oh, 7 laps to go. We'll run through the field quick to see where your favorite driver is. We've talked a lot about Louis Clark, as well as Lilith Peters here in second place. Peter Terrio holding on to third place in the 26. You got David Lorfano, who has dropped back down one spot to fourth, still currently sitting very comfortable. Travis Rodriguez here in the 79 holding on to fifth place. David Harrod in the 15th, holding on to 6th. David Harrod in the 15 car, holding on to 6th place. Cameron Harris in the 27 will hang on to 7th. Then you got Patrick Mcquade, 3-time winner so far in the 77, holding on to 8th place here at Watkins Glen, just getting a consistent finish. Will do him well. Nathan Christensen in the 09, still sitting in 9th place. Still tied with Tyrone Yo as the top mover of the race, up 6 spots from where he started. Joshua Hetrick in this 25 Toyota sits in the top 10. He's up 3 spots from where he started. He'll hang on to 10th and hopefully finish there. Tyrone Yo Jr. in the number 2 Ford, up 6 spots to 11th. Looking for a consistent finish. Kyle Martin in the 99 is going to hold on to 12th. Jim Hubble in the 51 Ford. So grab that quick repair. Holds on to 13th place. Charlie Dickey in the 37 rolling 14th. You got Larry Garnes, who looks like he's taking it to the hauler. Scored 15th. Flanagan, Jeremy Zorku Flanagan in the 11 car. Still, no, I'm sorry. He's still out of here on track somewhere. Holding on to 16th place. Robbie Fletcher has taken it to the hauler, and Johnny May ran 6 laps and called it a day.
Yeah, so there's still another spot out there. So Zorku with Larry Garnes taking it to the garage already. Jeremy Flanagan, Zorku in a number 11. He's looking at possibly getting another position there to give him a top 15 finish. Every position counts. Keeping that car out there, even if you got a little bit of damage, if you can keep it out there and just run consistent laps and, get out of the way when those faster cars come around, just to give them the respect since they're, the leaders, that really can pay off in the long run for these guys.
Yeah, Larry Garnes ran 32 laps. Zorku's running his 31st. So he will grab another position. if he completes one more lap at least. With 5 to go, as long as he stays out there, you're absolutely right. He will grab 15th place away from Larry Garnes in that 20 machine. Top 3 continues to be Clark, Peters, and Terrio. Not much changing up there. David Lofano still in 4th. Rodriguez still holds on to the 5th position.
It's not really probably going to make a difference, but Louis Clark is catching some slower traffic and he's catching them sort of at the wrong place. It's hard to make a pass coming through the S's. He does make it around the 51 of Jim Hubble there.
Yeah, it's one of the things you would definitely hate to see towards an end of a run like this, being Louis Clark and catching some of the slower cars and it being a tough part on the track. You just kind of hang in there and hope to just get by without any harm. You know, you just at this point trying to finish, and a mistake with a lapped car to end it would really be so devastating at this point in the race.
Yes, he's catching our 7th place car of David Hara. Put him a second lap down. And the 73 is coming to the pits.
Yeah, we didn't expect it, but I think we're seeing it just on the edge there, and probably gonna play it safe, grab a splash of fuel just so he doesn't run out. And you know, he's still got 58-second gap, so you know, nothing to lose here.
Lilith Peters is coming through the bus stop on the back right now, just coming through the carousel. So be curious to see if it looks like he just took a splash of fuel, so he's coming back out of the pits now.
Louis Clark re-entering the track here as Peters pushing hard to gain some position. But Louis still got a 58-second gap ahead of Peters, so yeah, not much she can do. 3 to go here, just hoping to finish and, you know, maybe praying quietly that Louis has trouble.
She did cut 12 seconds off of it there, so
yeah, and she
down to 46.
She pitted last lap 25 though, so I'm starting to worry a little bit about what she's got left in her fuel tank. Maybe Louis just playing it safe, understood that he wasn't gonna let the 16 get by even if he did come in for a splash, so maybe he could have made it but was playing it safe. I don't know. We'll see if Peter stays out there, if she comes down to get some fuel there. Kyle Martin getting into trouble there as I move the camera away. You see the smoke. Take a look and see just what happened here.
It's like Peter Terrio has been in another incident. That's his 26 smoking right there in front of Louis Clark.
Oh, the 99 and the 26, that is actually what happened there. Taking a look at that, but we'll go on board with the 26 of Peter Terrio. He just had nowhere to go. The 99 trying to lock it up. Ends up hitting the 3rd place car there.
I hate that for the 26.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but you know, the 99 here should have done a better job of keeping it locked up and not coming back out on the track there. He was actually gunning it, and that could have been avoided. I mean, it's late in the race. You know, you're just about done. Peter wasn't going to make up any spots or really lose any, but still, that could have been devastating. That could have been our leader, you know?
It was pretty close. I mean, you know, Louis Clark wasn't too far behind that. So, you know, that just goes to say that, you know, we're still not out of the woods.
Absolutely. We'll take a look from the blimp here. Louis Clark's going by the line right there, and then it's a 30-second gap back to Peters here, who's coming out of the carousel as Louis Clark takes his final lap, or starts his final lap, I should say. We'll follow him around here.
Peter Terrio is also trying to make his his vehicle last so he can get that top 3 finish. He's still smoking around the track. But just Louis Clark tonight is just what an amazing run. I mean, don't ever think I've seen as a dominating performance as he has put on tonight at the Glen or on any road course.
Absolutely great showing here by Louis Clark. Heck of a run. 30-second gap over second place. Not one mistake I noticed out there, and just super clean race. He'll make his final couple turns here. 50 laps in the bank here. The 73 of Louis Clark will come out of turn 7. Come across the line as our winner here of the G-Tech Cleaning Solutions 50 at Watkins Glen. Lilith Peters, the 16 Chevy. About 30 seconds back, holding on to second place.
It's such an impressive run for Lilith tonight. You know, she kept that car clean. And just, you know, she had that one little off track there coming out of the S's onto the backstretch.
Looks like Lorfano actually, sorry to cut you off, got third place there over Peter Terrio just before the line. Like we'll have to check the official results when we get them, but I think that did end up costing Peter Terrio at least one spot.
Yeah, I do see Orfano in front of him now in the results. So it looks like Orfano will move into third. So unfortunate there for the 26. As he's parking on the backstretch and exiting the vehicle. Really hate to see that for that young guy tonight.
Our unofficial results, they're up on the screen. As you can see, 2 cars finish on the top or on the lead lap here. Third on back, all a lap down or more. We will get our top 3 drivers in the booth momentarily as the 73 of Louis Clark will go on to celebrate his win. We'll take a look for David Lorfano and see if we can get him up into the booth. Hey, David, it's Cliff and Damon in the booth. You got us?
Hey, I got you.
Hey, man, congrats on that P3. Unfortunate how you got there. Solid car, though, today. Solid top 5 finish. We thought you'd finish 4th. You're able to get by Terrio there to grab 3rd. Take us through your race.
Yeah, these races are tough. I knew Terrio had a problem. He was blowing up or whatever, and I thought coming out of the final corner there he was going to have it, but had just enough, so I'll take it, P3. We had a strategy as a team going into it. We pitted on like lap 5, I think it was, to fuel up, so we only had to stop one more time for fuel and tires for the end, not have to wait for the last 3 or 4 laps to top it off. So it worked out. P3, I'll take it and head on to the off week and relax.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before we send you back to celebrate that P3, you got anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, as always, Lucky Dog Detailing for the primary sponsor, Topsail Trucking for the series sponsor. Gotta say congrats to Louis. He don't run much with us. He is a road course king. He's been with us for a while. So whenever he wants to run, he's more than welcome to run. And road courses is his thing, as you can tell tonight. So congrats to Louis. And I'm sure we'll see him another time or two. We got another road course in the playoffs, so I'm sure he'll show up for that and whoop our butts there too.
Yeah, congratulations tonight, David, on a great run. And good luck and enjoy the off week.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
That's David Lorfano, our 3rd place finisher. Lilith Peters in the 16. A heck of a race here. Damon, I'll go ahead and give you this interview. Lilith, it's Cliff and Damon in the booth. You got us? Hey, Lilith, Cliff and Damon up in the broadcast booth for ESBN. You got a copy? muted. I'm not sure if she knows she is. We'll go ahead and try to get her back afterwards. But Louis Clark, our race winner. Actually, let's grab Peter. Peter, Cliff and Damon in the booth. Fans shout out, wanted to hear from you. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. You got me?
Yeah, we got you, man. Unfortunate chain of events there at the end. Take us through what happened.
Yeah, it definitely was unfortunate. It was an eventful race anyway, but I was pretty sure I was gonna have third set, and then I don't know what lap it was, something from the end, like three or so from the end. Saw a car spin and come out of the final corner. I had nowhere to go. They weren't even on the brakes, so it sucks. But I almost got Lorfano at the end, but yeah.
Yeah, you were charging strong all day, so we wanted to give you congrats on that. Should have finished third here. Unfortunate on racetrack event with the car getting sideways. You're correct. You had absolutely nowhere to go. Was able to limp that car along to fourth, though. Was there a moment there where you thought the car wasn't going to make it?
Yeah, I was thinking about coming in because I had the meatball flag. But Louis had passed me when that happened, and he took the white, and I saw the white flag, so I was like, you know what, I'll just go for it and see what I can do. I mean, going down the straightaway, the wheel was turned 45 degrees to the right, so that certainly wasn't good. But
Well, that's never good. You're right. Anyone you want to give a shout out to? Not a podium finish here, but fourth place is solid at the Glen. Heading into a off week. But any shout outs?
yeah, I want to give a shout out to Chad Snyder because he broke his foot the other day and can't race the rest of the season. He's team owner for Dominion Motorsports, and he put me in the 26 for the rest of the season. So I'm very excited about that. Also, want to shout out Rebellion Graphics, primary sponsor on this 26 car. Um, that's probably about it. I'm excited to race the rest of the season, though.
Awesome, Peter. Yeah, we're excited to see you, and hopefully we get to talk to you again before the season is out. Hopefully on a podium.
Yeah, hope to see you guys again.
Thanks a lot, Peter.
Thank you.
Good news, we've got Lilith ready for an interview. The 16-car driver, second place finisher, Lilith. It's Cliff and Damon in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Heck of a
Lilith.
run. Yeah, go ahead, Damon.
No, Lilith, that was an impressive run tonight for you in the 16 car. That watching you and Peter and that group run together there, third and fourth, was impressive racing all night long. Just a great run by tonight, Lilith. How was it out there tonight?
Sometimes it felt like an obstacle course, but I enjoyed it.
Well, you did a phenomenal job, and congratulations on the second place finish. And anybody you want to shout out tonight?
I'd just like to thank Chad for letting me race for him, because I knew I could do good here, and I'm glad I did without a mistake.
Well, yeah, absolutely great run by you tonight. And I told Cliff that several times that I was super impressed. I mean, you kept that car clean. You had the one little off-track excursion there coming out of the S's onto that back stretch, but you just got into the grass a little bit and kept the car clean all night long. So congratulations, impressive run tonight, and enjoy the off week. And we look forward to seeing you when we get to Charlotte.
Thank you. I look forward to the next one.
That was the 16 of Lilith Peters coming in second tonight.
Absolutely, and we'll see if we can get Louis Clark, our race winner here. Louis, Cliff, and Damon in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, P1 came on top. You took the pole, led just about every lap, and finished here on top. Take us through your race.
Yeah, man, it was a pretty chilled race, to be honest. The temperature of the track was quite hot, so it was quite slippery. But this Project Dynamic Toyota Camry, where literally wrestled its way round here, sliding its way round here, was pretty good.
It did seem pretty slick out there, but you definitely had that car under control for 50 laps. Was there any moment, we were kind of all just holding our breaths, watching you possibly, or not possibly, but waiting to see if you're going to make any mistakes? Was there any events on track where you were just kind of a uh-oh moment, like this could be it, or was it just pretty much clean for you the whole race?
Well, every time I saw the 99 spinning, it was a bit of a, oh, here we go moment. Because there was a couple of times it was a brown pants moment. When he held his brakes, and then there's another time where I was lapping someone and someone was spinning, and they're like, oh, yeah. But that was it, to be honest. We had as I said, we had a good race. We're bringing home the points for Project Dynamic here as Higgins couldn't make it, so we replaced him for it. So yeah.
Very good. Well, heck of a run. Congrats again on your finish, your win here tonight. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we send you back to celebrate?
Yeah, so just my team, my Racals team, Project Dynamic, with our sponsors, All Imex, Sonic, God, I've got to remember who, LJC Designs, and yeah, cheers guys. Thanks for all your hard work too. And
Right.
Lefano as well for making this happen.
Well, we appreciate you coming out here and racing here today and giving us a show to show the folks at home you guys are the real stars. We appreciate you giving us something to talk about. We'll go ahead and send you back to celebrate. Congrats again on the win.
Cheers, guys.
Our race winner, Louis Clark, taking home the trophy here tonight at Watkins Glen. Go ahead and get our race results up on the board. And we'll run through our finishing or our race results. Louis Clark's going to win. Lilith Peters is going to take our second place, and Lorfano is going to steal a one from Peter Terrio. He's going to take third away. Unfortunate for Peter Terrio finishing fourth. Getting into some trouble there on the second to last lap. Travis Rodriguez in that 79 machine is going to come across the line in fifth. David Hara in the 15 will finish sixth place. Cameron Harris behind him in the 27 machine, finishing seventh. Patrick Mcquade, our three-time winner so far this season, winning all three of the first races, comes out here tonight, finishes eighth. He'll go into the off week with still the points leader, so no harm, no foul here tonight for his team. Nathan Christensen in the 09 is going to finish ninth. Joshua Hetrick in that 25 machine will roll off 10th. Tyrone Yo Jr. in that 2 Ford is going to finish 11th. Strong finish for that team. Jim Hubble is going to finish 12th. Kyle Martin in that 99 machine, seeing some trouble out there throughout the race, finishes 13th. Charlie Dickey in that 37 having trouble as well, finishing 14th. Zorku Jeremy Flanagan finishes 15th after some early trouble. Was back out on track to finish solid. Actually gains one position by having the audacity to come back out and just run some laps and learn some things about how to drive a damaged car around Watkins Glen, which is Robbie Fletcher finishes 17th here tonight. Larry Garnes in that 20 finishes 16th. Robbie Fletcher 17th. Johnny May is going to take home 18th place points in that 69 machine. Ran 6 laps. Decided to come in and park it, so he'll take home last place points. But that'll do it here for us tonight at ESBN for the G-Tech Cleaning Solutions 50. The Truckers Feed America Cup Series brought to you by Topsail Trucking, a all-American racing league. And you guys can check them out here every Tuesday right here on ESBN. Be sure to like and subscribe. Except for next week, we will be off, and then we'll be back the following week for Charlotte. Damon, any last words before we call it a night?
Well, I just want to mention that Team Project Dynamic is still undefeated this season.
It's a very good
Patrick
point.
Patrick McQuaid wins the first 3 races, and Louis Clark with Project Dynamic winning tonight. So that team goes into the off week undefeated. I'm really excited about this next set of tracks we've got coming up with Charlotte. And we go short track racing at Martinsville and North Wilkesboro, and then we head to Kentucky. So really looking forward to that next set of 4 races and seeing what we have in store for these guys.
Yeah, absolutely going to be a great time when we do come back. So we will catch you in 2 weeks here for the All-American Racing League Truckers Feed America Cup Series brought to you by Topsail Trucking. So for myself, Damon, and everyone else back at ESPN. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.